Hello you guys, it has been so long since I picked up a camera and filmed and chatted with you guys. As you guys can tell from the title of this video, it is going to be how I'm healing or healed from postpartum depression. A little while back I made a YouTube video talking about how I was struggling with postpartum depression, or thought I had signs of postpartum depression, and then I posted a handful of videos after that, and then I kind of just stopped posting. And not just on YouTube, I stopped posting everywhere. I kind of fell off social media for like 2 months. The occasional video or like story here and there, but that is because it's something I needed to do to be able to heal from everything in my life and not just like postpartum depression. When I first started noticing signs of postpartum depression, I thought it was just stress from everything that was going on in my life at the time, not necessarily postpartum depression, but then it just kept getting worse and worse and like harder to manage, and that's kind of when I said, okay, I need help. For me, postpartum depression, I just felt like absolutely no motivation. Like I didn't want to do anything. Obviously like the kids and stuff were taken care of, but like anything that like required like attention from me, like self-care or anything like that, like absolutely no motivation. I didn't want to do anything. I just did the basics of what I had to do to get through the day. I also felt incredibly lonely, isolated, like literally just awful. I can't even put into words. Like if you've ever suffered with postpartum depression, please leave a comment to like explain how you are feeling, because I genuinely don't know how to put into words. It was literally the most miserable time of my life, and it makes it harder because you do have kids to like take care of. So it's like it was the worst time mentally. The first biggest thing I had to do was actually accept the fact that something was wrong, which like I said, I didn't want to do. I literally was like telling myself it was like other things, like no, like you don't possibly have this, like you're fine, until it was like such a big problem that it wasn't fine. I really didn't want to go on medication. I knew it was possible. My milk at like 4 months had like literally dried up overnight, which added to the stress. I think it dried up literally because of stress, but like I digress. Anyways, I could have gone on it because I wasn't making milk anymore, but I just really didn't want to do that. I've been on medication before. I've been on anti-anxieties. I've been on antidepressants, and I just don't like how I feel on them. So I just really wanted to avoid that route. So I tried to do more things for me than like medication. I just want to put a disclaimer. I have absolutely nothing against medication. If these things would not have worked for me, I absolutely would have got medication. They were my next steps. I've talked about it on Instagram and all of that kind of stuff. If this did not work for me, my next step was medication. With all that being said, I'm going to start talking about the things that I did do to help me with postpartum depression. One of the first things I did was I had to sit down and break down what I wanted my life to look like and the steps to get there. Because for me, I'm a very visual person. I need to like literally see it like laid out. Like I'm a to-do list person. That just helps me. After I had the roadmap pretty much laid out for me, my next thing was self-care. You don't want to do it, you do it anyways. That was my rule. You don't want to do it, but you're gonna do it anyways. And honestly, it helped like a lot. Like I started working out and I started drinking a lot of water, and like as much as I didn't want to do those things, I did them. And after like a week, I felt so much better, like literally so much better. Not even just like a physical way. I was really surprised about how I felt like with my energy and like mentally as well. Another thing that really worked for me was 1 day at a time. And I know that that's literally said all the time, but I literally broke it down to like the simplest facts. Like, oh, you don't want to clean the living room tonight after the kids went to bed? Clean it today, don't clean it tomorrow. Oh, you don't want to cook dinner? You want to like order out, like cook dinner tonight, order out tomorrow. And then like the next day I would just be like, oh, do it tomorrow, and then do it tomorrow, and then do it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden you're in this like habit and pattern of getting it done. And then it's less overwhelming because you've been doing these things and like essentially like gaslighting yourself. I don't know, maybe that's not for everybody, but it did work for me in getting me motivated to like do things. Another really big thing I had to do was reevaluate relationships in my life and see which ones are causing me stress and are not adding value to my life, and which ones are adding value to my life. And then when I went from there, it was kind of like, okay, well, what do I want to do with these? And what's going to be best for me and my mental health moving forward? And I had to just go with that, and I had to essentially cut some people off, and I had to make my life peaceful. I think that's the best way to put it. Like another really hard part, but it was also like really crucial to the healing process, because you can't keep something that's negative for you around and expect like positive things and positive energy. So that was a really big thing. Sucks, but it was one of the first things that I had to do before I was able to heal it all. So a little bit of a different change in background. I'm editing the video right now and I realized that I didn't talk about the fact that I took a 2-month break from social media, like in its entirety. I did not like check my social media. I didn't post on social media. I barely even opened my phone, and I took all that time to like invest in myself and in like new hobbies and like spending like complete and total time like with my kids and my family and my friends and the people who matter, and that was really crucial, and I didn't think it would help nearly as much as it did, but it was so important. The other really big things that I didn't think was going to be that big of a deal was we moved Hudson into his own room. He kind of like co-shares with Cohen right now. I'll talk about that in a vlog, doesn't really matter, but he's not in our room anymore. He's in one of the bedrooms, and having like my room back for me is honestly a lot for my mental health, and I didn't expect that. Realize how much I was like creeping around like the room and like trying to be like super quiet and like not really having a place for me. Like Dante has the basement for him, he always has. It's like his little sanctuary spot, and like the bedroom has always been mine. I've always been the most comfortable. It's my comfort spot, it's my safety spot, and like I just want to like curl up in bed and like read a good book, okay? And I can't do that if like I'm worried about like the light that I have like waking him up, and then like he's not a heavy sleeper. Cohen and Jackson are both heavy sleepers, and Hudson's like a medium sleeper. So like if the TV's on a little too loud or like the ring light's on, he kind of just like wakes, and then I don't want to do that either, right? So having my room back, I didn't think that would be a huge thing, but it gives me a sense of like my space instead of like sharing with him, and it allows me to like do my own thing, which I think is super important. I know this is really off topic, but I was talking about reading, and if you guys are readers, please, if you have not read this book yet, go and run and read it. It is a 5-book series. I read it twice now. Okay, this is my second read through, and I'm nearly done in less than a week. Okay, this book is so good, and if you do read it, I want to know your thoughts. So message me on Instagram, leave a comment down in this video, let me know your thoughts on this book if you've read it. I've talked about this on my Instagram, so if you guys have seen this from Instagram, you're gonna hate me, but I love that book. I've recommended it to everybody. They need a TV show. I think a movie wouldn't do it justice, but they need a TV show or something because it is so good. Anyways, I also just want to say before I end the video, I'm trying to figure out a schedule that like works for my mental health but also has me here with you guys. Please just give me a little bit of grace for that. I do swear I am trying my absolute best to find like a happy medium. I do plan on being here more than I have been, and on my Instagram more than I have been. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions that I didn't answer, please leave them in the description box below or in my Instagram DMs, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.